I'll take it again. The first session is going to be a written test, and the second session is going to be oral spelling. So the first session written test is going to be a written test of dictation and antonyms. The first would be dictations and antonyms. Now, what are antonyms? Can somebody tell me what antonyms are? Just put up
Opposite words.
Opposite words.
opposite words. Great. Antonyms are opposite words. So, for instance, on your question paper, you can see the word up. So, the opposite or the antonym of the word up is what?
Down.
Down. Wonderful. So, you would write the opposite beside the words that have been given to you. So, your questions number 1 to 10 is going to be a dictation. The pronouncer will mention the word and then you write. So from number 1 to number 10, you're going to write, it's your writing skills. Then from number 11 to number 20 is going to be antonyms, which is only opposite in meaning. Okay. Opposite in meaning. Very good. All right. The next important thing that you should note when you're coming on the 5th of July is that please do not come with anything extra. Don't come with the mind of bringing some books and notebooks that you are coming to be reading and all that. No. Don't stress yourself. The only book you need to come with is the manual. And please, all of you will get your manuals. We are going to send you emails and we are going to send you SMS to your parents. The manuals are going to be available tomorrow at our office. So the office location is going to be given to all of you. By the time we close this meeting today, my colleagues will put the location of the office in the chat box. Okay, so you all look at it and show it to mommy and daddy, and they'll come and collect your manual for you tomorrow at our office. Our office is going to open tomorrow just because of you. So we'll open our office from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. So your mommy, your daddy, your big brother, your borobai, your appa or apu can come and take the book for you. Okay. Wonderful. So now let's continue. Now let's look at some of the rules and regulations. Let's look at the rules and regulations. As a contestant in the SpellingBee competition, you have to understand that you have a right, or you have a couple of rights. The first right is that you have the right to ask the pronouncer to pronounce the words up to 3 times. Up to 3 times before you start to spell the word. That's number 1. You have the right to ask the pronouncer to pronounce the word 3 times before you start spelling the word. So let me give you an example. You are called contestant number 1 or contestant number 2. Your word is champions. Then you didn't hear the word well, so you ask that, please, can you repeat the word? Then the pronouncer will say, your word is champions. Champions. If you didn't hear it, you can ask again. The pronouncer, please pronounce the word again. Pronounce it, champions. Okay. Let's begin to spell the word. But if you don't ask and you start spelling the word, you have only 15 seconds. Please mute your microphones. Please mute your microphones, please. You have only 15 seconds to spell one particular word. So when you begin to spell the word champions, champions, You realize that no, that's not how to spell champions. You realize that your 15 seconds is going on. You have 15 seconds, so you need to quickly correct yourself. Then you say, my champion spelled champions, champions. 15 seconds. You don't have more than 15 seconds to spell. The moment your 15 seconds is up, you hear the bell, bang, and you'll be belled out. Number 2, you have the right to ask for the meaning of the word. You also have the right to ask of the etymology of the word. What is etymology? Who can tell me?
Origin.
Very good. Origin. So you have the right to ask for the origin of the word, whether the word is Greek, whether the word is German, whether the word is an Old English language, you have the right to ask. Okay. And then you also have the right to ask for the part of speech of the word. The part of speech of the word is either a verb, a noun, an adjective, a pronoun. Whatever it is, you have the right to ask of the part of speech of the word. And finally, you also have the right to ask for the word to be used in a sentence for you. So I'll go over your rights again. Number 1, you have the right to ask the pronouncer to pronounce the words up to 3 times for you. You have the right to ask for the etymology of the word, that is the origin of the word. You have the right to ask for the part of speech of the word. And then you also have the right that the word should be used in a sentence form for you. Hope all is good.
Miss, can I ask for the meaning of the word?
Yes, you ask for the meaning of the word as well. You ask for the meaning as well. Okay. Wonderful. So now let's go on quickly. Please note that you have only 15 seconds to spell a word. I'll repeat, 15 seconds. There are going to be 5 rounds in the oral spelling. 5 rounds in the oral spelling. When you come on stage as a contestant, you are going to take 3 words, which will be 3 rounds. 3 words. Each word is a round. Okay, each word you spell completes 1 round for you. So when you come on stage, you'll be taking 3 words. So contestant number 1, the first word is prepare. Prepare, prepare. That's correct. Your second word is create. 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 Your third word is adhere. Adhere spelled Adhere. Then you are done for your first 3 rounds. Then you go and sit down. When all the contestants are done, you will come back again on stage to take 2 words. You come back to take 2 words. So remember, always remember this. Your first 3 rounds, each word you spell is for 15 seconds only. It's for 15 seconds. And then when you come for your 4th and your 5th round, that one, there's no time allocation, because when you start spelling the word and it is wrong, immediately the bell will go, bang. So for example, if you are asked to spell the word champion, please, and please again, take your time before you start spelling. Because when you start, champion is spelled Chapi. You hear the bell, ring. That means you cannot continue spelling again. It is wrong. So your last 2 words you spell is not bounded by time. It is bounded by whether you start right or you start wrong. Please, do you all understand what I have just said?
Yes, Miss.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Good.
Understandable.
Very good. I'm
Yes.
happy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, let's move on. So now that we know all our rights and we know all the rules and the regulations, I think that we have completed 50% of the competition. Okay. So now let's move on to some important tips that you should know when you're spelling. Now, do this all the time. Daily practice. Every time you should be able to set aside a time in the day where you study spelling your words. You always have to remember that the continuous practice helps you to remember. If you don't read and you don't practice your spelling, you would forget them. You know, sometimes you can be in the exam hall and then you are trying to spell a very simple word and you cannot remember how to spell it. That is because you do not practice. And then number two, you do not read. So it is always important that you practice daily if you want to be a champion. You always have to practice daily. That is your lesson number one for today. Now let's look at your lesson number two. You must learn to expand your vocabulary. And the only way you can expand your vocabulary is by reading widely. Don't say that, oh, I read only my textbooks. No, 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 no. You must also read books that are not necessarily.
Yes, I read the dictionary.
Oh my goodness, you read a dictionary. Wow. How do you do that? That's amazing. That's amazing. That's also a good one. That's a good one. You can also read other books as well. Anytime you enter into a bookshop, apart from the textbooks, they also sell other novels as well. You can decide to read novels, and then it helps you expand your vocabulary. It helps you to put words into context, and then it helps you with your comprehension skills and abilities. It helps you to understand the use of the word, and then it shows you the patterns in spelling. Okay, so reading is very, very, very important. Now,
Can I
my
read
dear,
English newspaper?
good, good, good. English newspapers are very good. Very, very, very good. Continue reading that. That's very, very good. English newspapers. That is one way you can learn fast. Because in the
Miss
newspaper,
English movies.
no, not movies. Movies are good, but you see, movies doesn't help much because it takes away your imaginary skills. But when you read, you develop your imaginary skills as well. That is why reading is better than watching movies.
Miss, is it like reading storybooks without pictures?
That is also very good. Some whether it's with pictures or without pictures, those are good. Okay, those are also very good. Yeah,
I have a question. Is most
please.
of our vocabulary will be related to classical literature?
Though most of them are classical literature. Is that the case? All right. So what we will do is that I'm going to speak with my colleagues. When you come on the fine maybe on Saturday, either Saturday or the finals on the 12th, we will see if we can organize some books that will be on sale. We'll see if we can have book sales during that period so that you have the opportunity to get other books that are not just uh, literature, classical literature. No, because there are other books that you can get. Interestingly, yesterday I was in a bookshop and I saw a journal of books, different books. So maybe you can
There are
ask.
medical terms as well. There will be medical terms as well.
Oh, sorry, can you come again? I didn't hear that.
Are there going to be medical terms as well?
Not on Saturday, not this Saturday. This Saturday there wouldn't be medical terms. Medical terms you would have medical terms maybe during the grand finale, which is going to be on the 12th of July.
I'm
Okay.
sorry for interrupting, but I was wanting to know whether there would be names of places like country capitals or places within.
What will happen for you is that tomorrow get the manual. So from tomorrow, we will start looking at the kind of words you'll be spelling on
And we have
Saturday.
to name proper noun.
Hello? So for now, we're going to look at just tips. But please get the manual tomorrow from our office, okay? And then on tomorrow, when we are having uh, during the uh, during the coaching session, we'll look at exactly what is going to happen during the event. Okay, beautiful. All right,
All right, thank you.
you're welcome. Somebody asked me a question? Okay.
Where can we get the
Just where's
manual
the
book?
office?
Where can you get the manual book, please? I'm going to put it in the chat box. It's, we have an office in Dhaka. It's in Bada. Please, our colleagues is going to put the directions and everything inside the chat box. Then you'd have a look at it, okay?
It's already in the chat box. You guys can have a look.
Beautiful. Please look at the
Is the
chat box right
manual
now.
only
And
and manually
before,
the
please, hold on, everybody. Before we go off today's coaching session, we will tell you, my colleagues are going to mention the place, the actual place, and the phone numbers you can reach, and the times and everything. So if there's any question on the manual, please hold your thoughts. Let's go through the slides. Okay, let's finish quickly. Then I'll open the floor for questions. Okay. Yeah, because we have just about some extra 20 minutes to go. So let's touch on everything. Okay. Good. Number 3, learn word origins. Learn word origins. My dear friends, my brothers and sisters, it is important to understand where a word comes from. If a word is a Greek word, if it's a Greek word, you should know that the Greeks don't have the letter F in their alphabet. The Greeks don't have the letter F in their alphabet. So if you want to spell a word like laugh, and then they tell you that it's of Greek origin, you should know that there is no F in the word laugh. So laugh is spelled L-A-U-G-H, laugh. Again,
I would like to add,
hello?
yeah, I would like to add the Russian alphabet doesn't have the letter H. We have,
Very good.
yeah, the Russians pronounce H as vibrating their throat, like ha, ha. So if I were to say happy in Russian, I would have to say happy, happy. That adds an extra layer to the Russian accent.
That is very interesting to note. That's very interesting to note. But I wonder if there are any English words that are of Russian origin. Maybe that should be an assignment for you. Russian origin, English words of Russian origin. Let's check them out. Another important thing you should also know is that the English language is the only language in the world that has almost every representation in there. I'll repeat what I've just said. The English language is a very diverse language, and it is the only language that has all other words in there. It's a borrowed language. Okay, every time it's not a language that has its own originality. It has words from almost every part of the continent, every part of the world, I mean. So you can see that there's particular words, and the words can be Swahili. There can be other words that can even be Ghanaian. Like, example, there's a word called kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor is actually of Ghanaian origin, which simply means a child who is malnourished, or it's a term for malnourishment, whereby the person becomes slim, the stomach becomes very big. So you say that this person is suffering from kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor. And it's an English word in the English dictionary. Now, if the word is French, you should know what it means as well. You should know if a language, if a word is of French origin, the sounds are different. Mostly nasal. Also, the last words are mostly not pronounced. So it is very important to know where the word is, and it can provide you the clues for spelling them. So the next time you pick a word, be curious. Ask yourself, hey, it's a key, it's a word, it's a keyword. Find the origin, the etymology of the word is very important. It can help you understand the word, and it can help you to learn properly and correctly. Okay. Number 4, you could use spelling apps. Now we are in a very digital environment, and you have a lot of apps that you can explore. When you go to the App Store, or you can even go on Google and ask what are some effective spelling apps. I don't want to mention any of them here. I'm not marketing any spelling app. But you can use some spelling apps to help you learn effectively. Some of the spelling apps can be in puzzle format, cross puzzle formats, So you should always keep that in mind. Learning with apps helps you. So instead of always taking your phone and trying to go on TikTok or Reels or Facebook and all of that, no. Use your phone. You can use your phone for very, very, very educative stuff, like using a spelling app. And it helps you sharpen your brains as well and helps you retain. So I will urge you, stop scrolling. Stop the screen time on YouTube, Facebook, and the rest. Especially the senior colleagues. Senior contestants from grade 8 upward. Most of you like to scroll and be on Facebook with your friends. That is a very wrong.
I have absolutely no social media, so I guess I'm immune to that.
Okay, that's good. Keep up. Keep up. That's a good one. Keep up. Focus more on reading and focus more on spending time developing your brains. That is good. Flashcards. I believe all of you know what flashcards are, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
please. Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You can make your own flashcards. How do you do that?
Yes.
So all that you do is that you can just take a simple paper like this. You can then put your word on it. So for instance, you want to learn to memorize a particular word. Like you want to write the word encyclopedia. So you think it's a difficult word, put it on a paper, put the origin on it as well. Okay, then use that word in a sentence and write it down yourself. You're making your own flashcard. Just take a small paper. So if it's a big paper,
Teacher.
Yeah, you have a
Teacher.
question?
Yes. Isn't keeping a diary for some words that you don't know and you write it on a diary and then read it sometime you get during your free time? Is it good? Because I do that.
That is also very the beauty about the flashcard is that you can give it to mommy, your mother, or your father to help you with it instead of writing in a book. So, for instance, if you make a flashcard of say 20 words, so one A4 sheet paper can give you about 20 cards Okay, and then you write. You see, the more you write is better for you. So when you write it, then you cut it. So you give it to your mother or your father, and then they'll mention the word and you spell. Then they'll flip the card again. Then you mention a word and then you spell. Then they'll flip the card again. You mention a word, then you spell. So flashcards helps you so much, especially with memorization.
Sorry to interrupt again, but do we follow the British spellings and pronunciations or the American one?
That's a very good question. I have that at the last part of my, yeah. So we follow British pronunciations, ideally British pronunciations, not American. But we are not having a fast and hard rule on that. Okay. So for instance, if you are asked to spell the word, the pronunciations are actually the same, it's the spellings that differ. Okay.
Yeah, the spelling. So do we spell it differently?
Oh, nice.
So for instance, we ideally would want you to spell the British style. So for instance, you're asked to spell the word honor. Honor in the British style would be
Honour.
Honour. That is British. But in American style, it would be what?
The U would be
Honor.
Honor. You would get your mark for that. But ideally, it is preferable to use the British spelling.
So, ma'am, there are no restrictions on whether it's British or American, right?
But British is preferable.
But it's preferable
Okay.
to spell
Miss,
British.
Miss,
Yes, please.
is the British language more modern than English? Americans?
It actually is the opposite way. It's the Americans that are more modern in speaking.
Okay.
The Americans feel that spelling should be very easy. So there shouldn't be no silent words and silent letters. But the British don't believe that. The British say that when you want to spell knife, it should start with K. And the K is silent. If the Americans would had invented the spelling of knife, they wouldn't have started with a K. They would have actually just started with an N.
It would be like NIFE.
They would have just started with an N. So the British is more colloquial. It's more, they are more classical. I should put it that way. If you talk of modernity, it's more American, not British. But we want to keep the originality because English is originated from where? British. It's that is why they are actually called English. Anybody from Britain or England is called English.
Will idioms come in a test?
Not this test. It's not going to come in this test. Okay. Idioms are going to come when you're going for the finals, the grand finale on the 12th. So please stick to what I have told you today. I'm saying that on Saturday, you will just do an oral dictation and then also antonyms. Okay. Antonyms. Okay.
Yes, miss.
Good. So now we know about the flashcards. Don't worry, I'll give you the opportunity to ask any other questions. So now we know about the flashcards. Let's move on. Practice with a partner. Practice with a partner. It is always important to have a spelling partner. Okay? Either in your school or even at home. If you have a big brother or a little sister who can speak, practice with them. You can practice with your mother or your father anytime they have the opportunity or the time. Okay? It's very, very important. And I know that every mother, every father, every parent, every sibling wants you to do well. So definitely they will try and give you some time if you ask them before. Like, hey, please, can you help me? I want to have this spelling partnership as a practice partner. It is very important to have a practice partner. Okay.
Yes, can you please teach me again how to make a flashcard?
Okay, no problem. Let's go back to flashcards. All right, so hold on. Let me take a paper and show you practically how a flashcard can be made. Can all of you see this paper?
Yes, miss.
Yes, we can see.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So now this is a standard A4 sheet paper, right? Good.
Yes.
So you fold the paper into two this way. Huh? You fold it again this way, again, and again. You will get a very small size like this. This is enough to be a flashcard for you. What do you do with this? So, after you have looked into your manual and you've realized that there are some difficult words that are difficult for you to spell. So, for instance, let's say that a difficult word for you to spell is the word business. It's a very difficult word for you to spell. Okay, so what do? You write the word on the paper. So I'm writing the word on the paper, business. Okay, so do you all see it? Business.
Yes, miss.
Good. But I don't leave it just
Yes.
there. Now I'll have to write the definition of the word business. Okay, so what's the definition of the word business? Okay, so it's a type of job that people engage in to make money. So I write it down. A type of job to make money.
Miss, a type of economical job.
Okay, a type of economical job. Well done. Okay, now please,
Teacher, but
what is the part of speech of the word business?
teacher, business?
Now.
Noun.
It's a
Noun.
noun. Good job.
Now.
It's a noun. So I put that noun. So at this point, I also want to write. Maybe I want to put it in a sentence. Can somebody give me a sentence with business?
I had a business meeting.
I had a business meeting. That's good. I had a business meeting.
But teacher, can't business also be used as a verb?
No, you can't say businessing or business. No.
Okay.
So here you go. This is a flashcard I have just made. I've written everything down. By the time I finish,
Miss,
hold on. By the
can
time
you
I
show
finish,
it closer?
oh, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So by the time I'm done writing all these things on my paper, I have learnt the word, isn't it? I would have learnt the word. So I'll just cut this out, okay? And it becomes my flashcard. So I will do that for all the other spaces that I have. At the end of the day, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
16
14,
flashcards.
16 flashcards in one paper. So it helps you. It helps you to study properly. Okay. All right. Was that helpful? Now, do you know how to make your own flashcard?
But miss, isn't it noun naming word?
Yes.
How is business a noun?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Oh, okay. Nouns are naming word, but how is business a noun?
I can't tell how business is now. Maybe we have to check online to see what business is. I didn't actually check it before saying that. Well, you can check it. That should be your assignment. Check it out. Okay. Now let's go on.
Miss,
Yes, please.
before that, thank you. I would like to ask that when we're over there, when we're asked to spell a word, will we have anything where we can write the word down for ourselves before we answer? Like specifically for the second round of the oral spelling?
No, please.
Um,
No, please. No.
Another quick question. Could you give an example of what an eighth grade standard word would be?
I will let you know. Let's finish the slides.
So that I
Okay.
can understand.
Let's finish the slide. And when you get your book tomorrow, you would see all that you need to know. Okay. Okay. Great. So now number 6, we said practice with a partner. It's very important that you practice with your partner. Okay. All right. Because now I have just 10 minutes more to go. So we really need to wrap up. All right. Okay. Now learn common patterns.
No one here.
Okay. Learn common patterns. Learn common patterns. What does it mean to learn common
Miss,
patterns?
can we get the manual book on the online?
No, it's hard copy.
Miss, when is the next class?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow when?
Okay. Can I continue?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Study
Yes,
common
please.
spelling rules and techniques, such as I before the E, except after C, or the various ways to spell, having like this K sound. Because you know, some K sounds are actually C or K or CK. So there are patterns of spelling that should be of interest to you. Okay? Patterns of spelling, right? It's very, very important. All right, as I said, I'll give you opportunity to ask questions. So I'm going to wrap up this quickly. Now we are going into how to spell. Break words into what? Syllables. I think this is something you all understand. You should learn how to break words into syllables. Syllables is how you hear the words, you break it, and then you pronounce, and in pronouncing, you spell. Another important trick that you should know is that when your word is given, first, try as much as possible to pronounce the word before you start spelling. Don't just start spelling the word. The moment you pronounce the word, it triggers your subconscious memory to recall if you've known or you have seen the word. Okay, so it's very important. Break the words into syllables and mention the words before you begin to spell.
Teacher, please, I have a question.
Yeah.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes, please. Ask.
Teacher, I have a question though.
Yes. Ask the
Teacher,
question.
you said that there would be 15 seconds of time, and then if you ask the judges, does the time also count at that time? So if the judges are taking some time, does it also count?
No, if you ask the question before you start spelling, that's a very good question you've asked. If you ask your questions before you start spelling, it doesn't add to your 15 seconds. But when you begin to spell the word and then you start asking your questions, then it will eat into your 15 seconds. Do you understand?
So, ma'am, the time starts when we start spelling them.
Yes.
Excellent. You've got it.
Miss,
Yes.
you said that
Miss, I
in
have a question.
round 1 there would be 3 questions and we have to answer them in 15 seconds. Do we have
No. Round 1, there's going to be 3. The first rounds is round 1, round 2, round 3, and all of them you have 15 seconds each. So first question, 15 seconds. Second question, 15 seconds. Third question, 15 seconds.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Now, all of you quiet. Listen to the last one. Wait. When I finish saying this last one, then you ask a question.
Will all the questions? Miss, all the questions will come from the manual book.
Not all of it, but about 70% of it. 50%, let me put it that way. Not all of it. 50% of it will come from the book, okay? All right, guys.
Where can I get the time schedule for the Saturday's event?
Wait. Everybody wait. Everybody mute your mics, please. Last thing that you need to know is review misspelled words. Every time you actually finish speaking or finish practicing and learning, you always have to review all your misspelled words. It helps you to remember and it helps you to improve as well. Okay. All right. So now that we are done officially with this, I have stopped sharing my screen. Now I'm going to ask our coordinator to give the announcements for the day. Okay. So please, can you come and give us the announcement?
Miss, I have a question.
Yes, you get the opportunity to ask a question, but hold on for the announcements. Hold on for the announcements in 2 minutes. Yeah. Faizan, where are you? Can you come and make the announcements quickly?
All right. Hello, everyone.
Oh, Fatima.
Yes, hi. So, guys, we're at the very end of our session. So, tomorrow we have going to have another session scheduled. We will send all the session details via email. Those of you who have not received any kind of emails and only were contacted through your SMS, please reply the SMS with your email address so that we can send you via email all the details that will be needed. And please collect the Global SpellBee 2025 manuals from our office tomorrow, July 4, 2025. You can collect it from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And if you don't know the office address, it's 6th floor of GA9, 3 Pragati Shardi, Dhaka. And if you have any kind of queries, you can also reply to us via the email or the SMS we have provided you.
Great. Thank you so much.
That will be all from our side. Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah. Monoa, you have a question. Monoa Vai. Yeah. Question. Ask your question quickly. Okay. Then who had Nabiha? Nabiha, what's your question?
Yes, I wanted to ask that is it mandatory to wear our school uniforms?
No. You're not wearing your school uniforms. You don't need to wear your school uniform. You need to wear something decent, appropriate. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Emily.
Miss, my
Emily.
question is, can we
Hold
wear
on.
sneakers?
What?
Miss,
Sneakers.
what kind? Miss,
Hold on,
what kind of word?
Amelie Khan. Hold on. Monoa, what did you say?
Miss, can we wear skates or sneakers?
You can wear sneakers. Yes. Yes, Khan. What are you saying?
Miss, what kind of word will they give to us? Uh, is it hard or medium type of
Medium.
word?
Medium to hard. Yes.
Can you give an example? Like
Tomorrow I'll give you examples. Jawad, what's your question?
Miss, can we misspell it the first time and again spell it in the first round?
You have 15 seconds, so you can respell as many times so long as you have the 15 seconds with you.
Thank you.
Mutaki.
I was gonna ask about the time schedule of Saturday's event.
Time schedule is going to be sent to you via email. You're supposed to be on there by 9:30 a.m. All right. Yes. Who? Phantom Bite. Oh, Phantom Bite.
All right, so seems like everyone has a lot of questions. Guys, you can ask all the questions in our tomorrow sessions.
Yes.
The session ends here. Thank you so much for everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
bye.